Hi, I'm Mariela. Welcome back. I want to send a special thank you to all my subscribers. I reached 10,000 subscribers and I'm so happy about it. So today I'm going to make this bracelet. It is beautiful and it matches my most viewed video, that is the falling tear necklace. So this bracelet match that necklace. So to make this bracelet, you need to go watch that video so you can do this base, the bracelet. And then in this video I'm going to show you how to make the ring and put all this part together. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and once again thank you everybody for your support. Let's get started. To start with this project, you're gonna have to watch another tutorial. I'm going to leave the link on the description box, and I also gonna put it in an annotation so you can check. So go ahead and watch that video, and then you're gonna make your bracelet. When you complete your bracelet, you're gonna come back so you can start making this new one. If you finish your bracelet and you run out of thread, and all you need to do is add the spacers, all you gotta do is thread your needles with like half an ounce palm or a jar of Fireline, less depending on you, and you're gonna pass through one seed bead like this. Just pass your needle through one and then put your needles together and pull. And right here, close to where you had to start. So if we fold our bracelet in half, this is the Superduo I gotta be. This is the Superduo I gotta be coming out of to start adding it. So all you do is you grab your needle and pass it through the Superduo, and then pass it back, and then we are coming on this way so we can add one, and then this needle we just gotta work it, so we pass it through the Superduo. I'm gonna pass it through the seed bead, down through the Superduo, and up through the Superduo. And now we have our threads ready, so we can add our spacers. So we're gonna count 4 from the center. We're gonna count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want our thread coming out of the 4 Superduo, not counting the one in the center. So we're gonna pass through the seed bead, the Superduo, and the seed bead, and we pass through one, and this will be our second one, this will be a third one, and we want to be coming out of the fourth one, so right here. And this is my center, so I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I will be adding right here 1. So 1, 2, 3, and then my spacer, I want it like this, so make sure you have it the right way, and we're gonna pass like this, and we're gonna pick up 3 more seed beads, and then we're gonna skip a seed bead, a Superduo, a seed bead, and we're gonna pass through the Superduo right here. So in this way we have our first spacer. And if you don't like this way, you want to add one more, because for the necklace I add one more, you can do that too. And then we can repeat these steps on this side. So we're gonna pass through 4 super duos, and remember we want another one right here, so we pass through 1, we pass through 2, we pass through 3, and then we want to come out of the 4th one, so this will be my 4th one. So pick up 3 seed beads and always put your spacer down so you know what way are you gonna thread it first, and then 3 more seed beads, we skip a seed bead, super duo a seed bead, and then we pass through the super duo, and there you go, we have 2 now. We just need to add the one in the center, and for that we're gonna come up to seed bead in a super duo, we came up, we will exit out of the super duo, we pass through a seed bead and a super duo right here, we want to pass a needle coming down through the super duo, pass through the seed bead, pass through the super duo, through the seed bead, down through this super duo, and right here down to the super duo, and we are in position to reinforce this. So we're passing through our super duo, and don't pull tight so you don't mess up your bracelet, like this. And right here we can pass through the seed beads and through the spacer, and down through the seed beads, through the super duo, and right here, see if you count right here from this super duo to this super duo, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So remember we gotta count 3, 1 2 3, and from this one we're gonna count 1 2 3, and we're gonna be coming out of this super duo, so we can add the next one. So we pass through 1, we're gonna pass through 1 more, and then through 1 more, and we should be in the one in the center. So right here all we gotta do is we're gonna pick up 3 seed beads, we're gonna pick up our spacer, make sure it's the Swarovski crystals are on the front part, so we're gonna pick it this way, and then 3 more seed beads, we skip up my threads coming out of this super duo, we're gonna skip up a seed bead, a super duo, a seed bead, and we're gonna pass through the next super duo, and there you have it. Now what you're gonna do, it's come all the way and reinforce this one. And with this thread, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna come up a seed bead and a super duo. We're gonna come down through one super duo. We're gonna pass through the seed bead. We're gonna come down through the super duo. We're gonna come up through this seed bead. Up through the super duo. And we are in position. Now come down through the super duo like this, and we can reinforce again, and we can pass through these ones. So go ahead and do that. Pass through the seed beads and through the spacer, through the seed bead, and through the super duo, and we're just gonna keep going this way. And right here we are in position to reinforce this one right here. So we're gonna pass through the seed beads, and we don't want this tight because we want to have some flexibility on this, so they can move easily. We don't want it to be too tight. So down through the seed beads and through the super duo. Okay, so with this needle, go ahead and reinforce this one. With this needle, go ahead and reinforce this one. And let's assume that I already finished it. When we get right here, we want to come up through this center bead so we can do our knots. The way you will do another bead, you pass under this thread right here, and this is how you're gonna do your knots right here. Okay, I'll be right back to show you how to finish your bracelet. Okay, in this part I'm gonna show you how to do the ring. To start out, you're going to thread your needle with an arm span of Fireline. We are going to pick up one seed bead, one super duo on each side, and it's very important that you check that your super duos are open in both of the holes, because sometimes one comes close. And on my right needle I have a seed bead, super duo, and a seed bead. On my left hand I have a super duo. We're gonna cross our needles in the last seed bead. We're gonna put our needles together and we're gonna bring this down, and this is what we should have. We're gonna pick up super duo on each hand and 1/11, it doesn't matter in which hand, and we're gonna cross our needles in the seed bead, and we're gonna pull, and this is what we should have. We are gonna pick super duo in each needle, and we're gonna pick up a seed bead. It doesn't matter in which needle, and we are gonna cross our needles in this seed bead, and we're gonna pull. We are basically doing right angle weave. So this is what you should have. You're gonna keep repeating these steps until you get the length that you need for your ring. I have the length I need for my ring. My threads are coming out of a seed bead. I'm going to pick up one Superduo on each needle. And this time we're gonna cross our needles in the first bead when we started. And when you pull, we get a ring back together. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna pass our needle through the next Superduo, and we're gonna pull, and then we're gonna come up through the same Superduo so we can get in position to add our beads. And keep your tension really tight. And with this needle is coming out of the seed bead we cross, we're gonna pass through the Superduo, pull tight, and then we're gonna come up through the same Superduo, and now we can pull both of our threads. Hold them together so you can pull tight. And if you want, you can go through all those beads and reinforce again. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting our beads. Pick up a seed bead. My thread is coming out of this Superduo. Let me flip my work. And then we're gonna pass through the next Superduo. And we are gonna pull. And we're gonna do this all around our ring. So just go ahead and keep doing this. Pick up a seed bead and pass through the next. And we're gonna do the same with this needle. Pick up a seed bead and pass through the next one, the next Superduo. Pick up a seed bead and pass through the next Superduo. And keep repeating this, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. I finished adding all my 11 O's. Go ahead and reinforce. Go through the beads like 2 times. If you run out of thread doing your bracelet or doing your ring, a good thing to do is you thread more thread with 2 needles, and you just pass it through one of the centers seed beads, and grab both of your needles and pull, so you know your thread is centered. all you gotta do is pass the needle with the thread coming on this side, just pass it through a Superduo and cross it in this seed bead, and with the other needle do the same thing, pass it through the Superduo and cross right here through the seed bead, like this. And then now you have more thread and you can continue doing what you're doing. You can so right here, if you need to reinforce your sides, just pass through the Superduo and come up through this Superduo, and then you are exit out of the side right now. So you can keep going, and with the other needle you do the same thing, pass through the Superduo and come up through the Superduo. We want our thread coming out of a Superduo. Pick up 3 seed beads. Make sure your spacer is facing in the right direction. So we pick up 3 seed beads, the spacer, and 3 more seed beads. We're going to skip up the seed bead, the Superduo, the seed bead, and we're gonna come up through the Superduo. Now all you have to do is go around, reinforce this, and start making some knots. To reinforce, all we gotta do is we're gonna go through all the beads all around. So just go all around. I went through all my beads all the way around. Make sure you don't skip none. I'm coming out of the Superduo. All I had to do is come up through the 3 seed beads, and through the spacer and pull. And you don't want to be pulling this too tight. And my thread is coming out of the seed bead. I'm just gonna pass through 2 and then through my Superduo. And with the other thread, we're gonna do the same thing. Just go around reinforcing, and right here, when you for you to start finish your ring and start making some knots, we're just gonna pass through a Superduo and then back through the Superduo. And you don't want to be doing your knots on the outside edge. You want to be doing them in the center row. So right here you pass your needle under this thread right here, and then you make a knot, and then pass through the seed bead, and you can make another knot right here. Just pass under the thread and then pass through your Superduo, and right here you can make another knot. That's the way you're gonna be doing your knots. So go ahead and do the same thing with the other thread, and I'll be right back. Okay, you should have now your bracelet and your ring done. So in this part of the video, I'm gonna show you how to add these crystals and how to finish it. Cut a piece of wire, and we're gonna use our round nose pliers. We're just gonna bend this and we're gonna put our pliers on top. The first loop is gotta be a little bit big because it gotta fit in our spacer. Rotate the pliers and just keep going all the way around. And you should have your first loop. I have a loop right here. I'm gonna put it in my spacer. And all I had to do now is wrap it around. If you have any questions about how to do this, just go back and watch the videos that are in the description box. And this is what you should have. I'm gonna cut the excess wire. And tuck that in. And then we can put our first crystal. Bend it, and they're all the same steps, so you should be fine doing this. Rotate your pliers and just keep going. And we have our second loop, and we're gonna close this. And like I said, we're just gonna wrap it around. As many times as you want to. This is what you should have. And now we can tuck the ends in. The same up here. And we have our first crystal, and you're gonna do the same step. Do it in this one, and then in this one, and then add like 3 more crystals. Add a white one, a black one, and then what you want to do is you wanna put your ring, and you want to put your bracelet. So if you add like a white one and a black one and probably a white one, for me I think I gotta add 3 more, so just go ahead and add 2 more and then check your bracelet, and then do the same right here and the same with this one, and I'll be right back to show you how you're gonna add the last one, because the last one we need to have our a loop a little bit bigger, because we're gonna connect this one and this one. Go ahead and add 3 more crystals right here and add 2 more crystals right here, or depending on how many you think you're gonna need, and I'll be right back to show you how to connect the last one. I made another loop. Before I close it, I'm gonna put it in this one. And now I'm ready to close it. Cut your excess wire. And we have a black crystal, now we need a white one. So just keep repeating these steps. Okay, I add 4 crystals on each of my spacers. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the last one to my ring. So we're just gonna do it the same way. We're just gonna grab a piece of wire, I have my first loop, and before we close it, we're gonna put all our wires in that loop. I have all 3 in here, so we're just gonna go ahead and close this loop. You shouldn't be having any problems. It is all the same steps. And this is what you should have. We're just gonna cut the excess wire, and now we're gonna put our bicon. And we're gonna make another loop. And this is what you should have. And now we're just gonna grab a ring, and we're just gonna put a spacer in. Now all I had to do is close this. We're gonna hold it with our bent nose pliers, and we're gonna wrap around. Cut the excess wire, and now just we want to tuck the end in so we don't have any sharp edges. And we're gonna do the same one by here. And there you have your bracelet. And this is what you should have. We are done with our bracelet. Thank you for watching. I hope it was easy to follow along. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel